There you go. Online. Mm.
He gets the hot chicks cause they think he's cool. He used to go to my high school. He's the king.
All right, guys, how you doing? We are live. Should be coming out. There we go. How you guys doing tonight? We're here. We're just gonna shoot the chat. Won't say the other word.
Yeah.
So there we go. We got Harry and Dave here, and
What's up, guys?
We were just talking a few hours ago about just Carrera cars and the little videos we've been doing here and there. Harry and I. Some ideas getting thrown around. Dave's making those resin bugs. We got those new mounts that are out for Sumo. Not out yet, but they will be. The narrow mounts. There is a narrow mount for the midget builds, if everybody knows. Yeah. Somebody turn off their volume.
I did.
Okay.
I did. It was me.
Okay, no problem. No, that's all right. So they don't complain about it. But the narrow bracket for the midget, it's out. It's the 0.8 bracket, and then they're in the test phase of those narrow brackets that for those what is those FF motors, the small tiny ones.
Yeah.
So keep in mind that that's going to really open up a lot because I got a lot of monogram cars I'd like to re-chassis because the monogram chassis to me is not the best, but they have beautiful bodies on it. The scratch build kit is out. It came out early. I made sure everybody knows about that, and we all did because that was one of the breaking news things there. And then also another breaking news is Carrera is reacquired their license with NASCAR. And yes, Hendrix cars. If you have a problem with Hendrix cars, I'm sorry, I can't do anything about that, as some people have complained. Well, not some, but one. But anyways, it's nice to have good old American muscle. As I am a red, white, and blue on my blood, even though my family comes from another country, I was born here. I still love American stuff. I grew up in America, so hell yeah, bring it on. So I'm really happy NASCAR stuff come back. It's very, very fun to see that. So we got in the chat here, John Tucci, Mr. 33 Bean Raceway, Danny, or Dan, excuse me. John Tucci, I already said John Tucci. Slotcar Dojo, Joe, Michael Squire, and Gladstone Gander on here. So,
Hey, Michael,
guys, put your Slotcar Dojo has put his money where his mouth is because he built one already, and so has Michael. But you other guys, put your money where your mouth is. You want to build a car, you have the means to do it to enter into a showdown. And there are kits for them, so you can't say there's no 132nd body kits, and there's no complete chassis kit where you don't have to go and order individual parts. So you guys have the means to do it. And there is Raul. How you doing, Raul? Raul's on board here. So, and Mr. Tad. Tad's here. Tad built his own track recently. I sent him a little warming gift. It was one of the Area 51 cars I built a while ago. I figure if, since he put all his work into his track on his own, I'll send him that. And I send him also a modified body because he wants to build a modified. So that's cool to see guys that are really getting into it and building. So
sure is.
So
and if you guys haven't seen Tad's track, you should go check it out on Instagram. If you haven't, he did a fantastic job. It's awesome.
There's Frank from New York. Frank with the 55-year-old Revell cars. He found two of those. I don't know if you guys, I send you pics of it. I didn't send it to Harry, but I sent it to Dave. He found
beautiful.
1968 that he's had as a kid. It was a red Camaro and a yellow Mustang, and they're in pristine shape. So hopefully I'll be able to get them here next week so we could run them because the Firebird ran pretty good for a 55-year-old car, and the tires were not melted. There was still 55-year-old rubber that still was intact. And American felt nice and normal, like rubber tires on the slot car should. So,
Frank does things to them.
Yep.
Talk about
it. Let's see. Raul saying, "Dave's building me a VW chassis." Oh, you are? Or you mean a VW body?
He means a body.
Yeah, I think he means a body. I know what he means.
Can't wait for the
I'll build you a chassis if you want.
So what do we got, Terry? You got a couple of Carrera cars. We've been kind of on this little Carrera kick since I was doing the 599, and then you started doing one, which is a great idea because those cars. And Harry's had a video on the HRW main website archives for the NASCAR, and basically it's the same thing for every Carrera car, so you guys know. And the reason why I did the videos was not for the for the professional guys or the commercial guys and make your car super fancy. This is just for the home race track people. It's a beginner video because I want to see people be able to tune a Carrera car in if they want to try it on the wood track or even leave the magnets in and throw it on their Carrera track. It's a fun car to drive around once you get it, tuned up. And it's kind of nice to have the best of both worlds because even with the digital cars, you could flip the switch underneath and go to analog, and you have an analog car. And it's just nice to have that little flexibility if you want to go to a wood track or a buddy's wood track and throw that on there. You tune for a wood track and have fun with it. So that's when basically Harry dug up some Carrera cars there that he has, and he was showing us a few of them. He had that. What was that Porsche? It was like a petty colored Porsche.
It was the petty colored car.
Yeah, I forget what model's that. The nine. I forget. I don't. 935. I think it is.
Wait a minute, was that a Porsche or a Ferrari?
No, it was a Porsche. The blue one was a Porsche.
Oh, okay.
He went to go get it right now, I think. And I hope my printer it's done printing. So hope it's not making too much noise now because it finished. So guys that are entering in the proxy, but not a proxy midget. I'm printing these guys out for like little throw in goodie stuff. So these are little Area 51 alien busks. So I got the little colored ones.
So if you want an alien, you got to build a midget.
I just posted a link there to the 132nd Showdown rules that gives you a whole body list.
Oh,
it's
cool.
It's typical 132nd scale. It's typical oval racing cars. So I mean, not really any 132nd scale. We're not allowing Porsches and stuff for American oval racing. The body list is in the link. I mean, go to Atlantis.com. There's all sorts of resins out there. You can use Carrera, the Plymouth, the Ford bodies. There's plenty of selections out there for the Showdown.
Yeah.
And then as far as the waiting for the Camaros, and says a few. I don't know what Camaros. I mean, I don't know anybody molding any. I mean, maybe the new modern Camaros NASCAR coming from Carrera with their new license agreement, but yeah, that's not going to be until
next year.
Yeah,
it'll be a while, probably whatever.
This is good. This whole announcement, this whole licensing thing, you're not going to see anything 6-9 months from now. Maybe.
Yeah, it'll be a while.
I bet they come out around Christmas time. I bet you.
Yeah, it just depends. Sometimes March and April. I remember when the COT cars came out, they had some advanced stuff with for a few teams, but it takes a while to make these molds and to get this in the teams and everything on board and to approve it. What people don't realize is that you get NASCAR's approval, but you have to have the team approval, and that means Hendrick Motorsports, and that means that they're sending artwork and they're sending images back and forth to the teams, and the teams say, okay, that'll do. That's okay. Everybody thinks they can just do what they want. Well, that's just not the case. The teams have to approve what you see. Because if they make something that's the wrong color, shade, wrong sponsor, whatever on the car, then the teams, Hendrick Motorsports or, Kyle Larson, whatever the case may be, they're going to say, no, that's not our car. That's not what we're doing. So it has to get team approval. So there's a lot of work involved to get officially licensed cars to get pumped out. It's, more work than you think it is.
Yeah. Well, you know that from first-hand experience.
Yep, first-hand experience. That's for sure.
We want to welcome in the chat real quick. We want to welcome Daryl and Patriot Hobbies, I believe it is. Just jumped on.
Did
Yeah.
my link post or did it not post?
I didn't see it, Harry.
You mean in
Oh,
here in the chat? I don't know. Why don't you
oh,
write
I'm
something in
not.
the chat? Write something in the chat so I can make you a moderator this way. And you too, Dave, make sure you guys are moderators this way.
I
Kid.
thought
Uh,
I did.
you already made me a moderator a long time ago.
Okay. So then, Harry, type something in just to make sure, because it'll have the little wrench next to your name. That means you're a moderator.
Yeah,
I have to look for the link too.
okay.
They're asking. I think Daryl's asking
No,
about the showdown
I
rules.
did it. I did it. Oops. I did it on the other
Okay.
thing. I want everybody to know that there are rules, and there's a. I mean, we have the links and everything on the forum. I mean, it's. I promise you guys, I'm not hiding it.
Yeah.
I
Uh-huh.
mean, it's everywhere. Um, so I'm just gonna give you guys a direct link to the website if that's cool.
Yeah.
That way, you've got the. Okay, I'm trying to. There we go. I don't know, George, if that came through or not.
Let me see. No, I didn't see you. You didn't type anything yet. I didn't see it yet. I think Daryl's maybe referring to the showdown rules. Everything's on the Home Racing World website, Daryl. So we're trying to get it up for you.
Yeah,
So this
go
way you
ahead.
can look at everything.
The midgets and the Carrera GT stuff, we're just doing that for laughs.
Yeah.
And then and the midget thing is all George
What?
and what he's already posted. The showdown stuff is entirely different.
Yes.
That's has nothing to do with goofing off with these cars.
Yeah.
And
The
having
showdown's always been a set of rules for a long time.
always been such a. And no, Michael, I'm just saying, 1/32 scale for the showdown. Just it's just a guideline, but we're not going to allow like Ferraris and GT cars in the oval race in the showdown. So that's all I'm saying is not just anybody or any model qualifies for the showdown. It's American oval racing, which is completely not Ferrari. Well, I
Big
just say
American,
that.
big American iron.
Yeah.
Think that.
Right.
Big American iron.
I think Daryl's thinking anybody.
So
I think that's
just trying to clear it up.
Yeah.
I put the link there, and it's linked there. But all you have to do is Home Racing World, the Showdown Series. It's all there. I've had some questions already. If you have a question on the bodies or whatever, we can help you. There are some bodies out there from Atlantis, Monogram, eBay. We have a few castings ourselves in resin that we have for people, but we're not just going to send resin castings to just anybody because unfortunately some people just take them, back cast them,
Right.
put it on eBay and sell them. So
Yeah.
Daryl's asking if a Challenger body would be fine. I think that's pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the Challenger,
Yeah.
sure.
There you go,
Yeah.
Daryl. So you'll have to hog out the wheel wells, Daryl. I can't even say wheel wells.
Well,
You
actually,
got to hog those out. It's not like a street car. So if you see all the showdown cars on that link there, the wheel wells are hogged out because on the kit they have the FF Fat F1 tire that comes with the kit,
right.
and that protrudes out a little. And if you look at all the cars, look at all the rules because I left a link there for the rules for everybody. There you go. There's a Challenger right there.
You could also
Use a
the old
Chevelle.
Carrera Chevelle body works good too. But see how the wheel wells are hogged out? You got to open them up for the big fatty tires. So
right.
that's
Just like that one.
That's kind of a requirement.
I know your cars will fit the rules, and when you do send your cars in, Michael, we will make sure to f them up, like we usually do.
You ask Scott. I know we've crashed quite a few Scott's cars. And who was the last guy that had a beach one that brought it in? It was really nice. I forget his name. It was the yellow, and but we really wrecked that one pretty good.
War Eagle or something like that.
Yeah, there was another one that he did. He didn't. It's a nice car, but it really got banged up. So be aware, the cars.
There's
The
a good
cars.
car.
Yeah, there you go. Another
Let
nice
me
one.
see how fast. Let me see how fast it can go before it flies off and hits the monitor.
There
Look
you
at
go.
that.
Nice
Look
and
at that
quiet.
thing, man.
I can't even hear
That
it.
thing.
There you go. Hit the
No,
Carrera car.
yeah.
That's what the Carrera car needs to be smacked around.
You see, this
Curious
is
George.
yeah.
Curious George goes for a hell of a ride.
Look at
Yep.
that thing, man. I mean, this thing is
Is that Michael's car?
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
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 This
See,
this is
Mi- Michael's a new
little
builder. He's
Taco.
pumping out some nice cars, man. That is
This
curious. That
Yeah.
has the man with the hat in it, right? With the yellow hat and or Curious George, one of the two. That's
No, it has Curious George, the monkey in it. Yeah.
pretty cool.
Look at me go. Yeah. Look at that, man. This thing is smooth.
Raul. Yeah, that thing. Oh, that one's in a construction roll. Don't worry.
All right. So, to get back to the little GT thing that you're doing, um, with the Ferrari, these GT cars, they're pretty generic, right?
Yep.
You know,
599.
so I did the front axle mod and everything, but a lot of these cars, all the GT cars that are the same, that can stand the same tuning that you're doing, right?
With all the other cars, those right there.
Everything that you're doing, and I even have articles in this one.
Yep.
Everything that we're doing on the 599, everything is exactly what you would do with these cars. There's no difference. The chassis takes the same mods. The sanding off the cups right there, doing the front tires, radius in the chassis, sanding it if you can. They're all the same. So once you learn the mods on one of those cars, you could just do it for all of them.
Yep, all the
Yeah.
same.
Pretty simple.
Here's the article on Carrera Tuning Classics, which I'll tell you are those Ferrari whether the P2 cars or P3 that he did a long time ago. So I'll post that on so you guys could see the simple tune articles. So, but this one here is Carrera Classic Ferrari Tuning by
Carrera
Homewood
cars.
Track. Great article.
We're nice to Carrera cars.
Oh yeah. BMW Pro Car. Harry's got all these on here. There's a ton of them. I mean, from the 57 Chevy. And you guys got to just look at the archives. They're all in there. Every one of them. So, check it out.
Yeah, this is a funny car.
Here's your modern tuning series, Harry. This is the one that you have on here that you were talking about. I'll post that on there.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys can you see the wheel and the tire
Yeah.
there?
Yeah, you painted them. Looks like you painted them.
Right. So this is the original.
Yeah.
It says Michelin.
Mm-hmm.
And this is just using my toothpick and acrylic paint to match. Just so it looks, I don't know.
Better.
It was just a thing. But this car was a big deal back then,
Yeah.
The Ford GT. Carrera came out with it before anybody else.
Yep.
And actually, if you take a caliper, see, Carrera gets a bad rep. But if you take a caliper to this thing, by the numbers, just for the record, and you can go in there and look at my reviews. If you look up the tech data on this car and you check it by the numbers, just being anal about it, you'll find out that Carrera did a pretty damn good job. I mean, in my opinion. Anyway.
A lot of thing that we also discuss about like tuning these cars. It's basically for people who haven't done it. I know there's a lot of guys out there that have probably messed with these and done way more, like put nylock screws and Mazzetti bushings and all that, washers or whatnot. This is the videos that I do and Harry are doing amazingly trying to get the beginning guys to get into it because to try and tune a Carrera car and do the way we're doing it's kind of simple. It's a simple thing to do, and it gets your foot in the door to kind of opening yourself up to other stuff besides the Carrera. So that's basically what the videos that I've been doing and Harry's been doing is for. It's not for the pro guy; it's for the guys that are getting into it. So at least to get some foot into the door in tuning.
Yeah, just get started playing and tuning with the cars. Like George was showing, the GT cars have a lot in common. The first thing they have in common is a lot of the wheel sizes are the same, right? So you have the Ford GT, the Ferrari, this Ferrari, right? The Porsche. See the wheel design, the plastic. It's just paint, right, guys? It's just paint. It's the same wheel. So it's easy to find a tire. 2012-5. Throw them on there, right? And you're done. You don't need, this is here, I'll take it. There we go. So there's the brand new car. That's the original tire. It is exactly okay. The same wheel on this car to that car. So that makes it easy. And George already showed, his tire choices with the Paul gauge. And 1, 2, 3. And there we go. That's it.
Same thing.
New tire. Brand new tire. Fits perfect. Right?
Yep.
And I don't care what other videos you show. The Carrera stock rubber is not that good. So just $6-7 for a decent set of tires that'll last. And they grip just fine.
Yep. And then when you true them down, everything they're even better.
Yeah.
Now we have a tire truer, so tire truers are available.
Yeah, we have a tire truer, we have everything. So don't just go get some decent tires, for the love of God. You'll be
$7.
yeah, it's $7. You got $1,000, $2,000 worth of track, $500 worth of timing system and borders and everything, and then you don't want to spend $7 on a pair of tires. Give me a break.
Yep. It's like all those guys I dealt with all those years of painting custom cars and stuff. They want to cheap out on the paint job after spending all this, tons of money on a motor and an interior and all that stuff. Then you get to the paint job and they want to, cheat me because they want to be cheap. It's like, forget it. On the most important part, the paint job, cheap out.
Well, if you're going to be cheap, then don't collect slot cars. Collect coins or something. It's a hobby,
Collect stamps.
I don't know. It's just me. This car here, this is another car. This was really popular, George, Dave, when it came out. This was a big Ferrari license back then when this came out.
Which car is that? The YouTube is so far behind us. It's got such a lag. I can't see what you're showing.
Okay, So this is the 458 GT car, right? This is
Okay, now I see it.
from 2011, and and this was a big deal back then,
Yeah.
right? For these cars with the Ferrari licensing and everything, it was a huge. It was a big deal when this car was released. Oh yeah, and we just tuned it up with a tire change and just simple uh, sanding the tires, lubrication, and
That's
just some
it.
good rubber on the rear of the car, and then we could race them out here on the wood. What you guys do with the magnets and plastic track, it's fine. But
Yeah.
I don't. I've never tested a car with Carrera that didn't benefit from actual tires that gripped. So, man, these tires here, they're pretty old though. But this was a big deal. I
But
think
wait
this
a
is
minute.
fun, George.
I
George
thought
should
all
go back and look at these cars and rework them. I think it's gonna be a blast.
I thought Carrera had some of the best tires going.
What's that?
I was being sarcastic.
Oh yeah, they don't. Yeah, yeah, they're not very good.
Hey, Slaughter's on. What's up, Dave?
Dave from the UK. Hello, Dave.
Oh, we got a guy with an accent. He's the smart one.
Hello, Dave, and welcome to the channel.
Dave's got that nice sultry voice though, very
I
subtle.
know there's no way I could duplicate it.
He's kind of like
I
a
know his videos are awesome. He's like it's like Samuel Jackson over here. You could narrate anything like Morgan Freeman.
Dave's like this new
Morgan
Samuel
Freeman.
Jackson.
It's
You
like
can't-
Yeah,
listening to
yeah,
Morgan
Morgan
Freeman. There you
Freeman.
go.
Yeah,
Morgan Freeman. There you go.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I've said it many times. I could just listen to Dave read the phone book all day. It's just awesome.
Right, exactly. He
I
could tell.
remember
He
when
could
Steel
tell us.
Electric used to do good cars, and no,
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, yeah. He could tell us. He could tell
lightning.
us we're going to pay more taxes, and we're going to be like, "Yeah, that's cool, man. Just keep talking."
That's it.
De Leon's on here too. I'm sorry, De Leon. I saw you earlier, but I didn't say anything. So,
I see it. There he is, De Leon.
like I'm fond of tinkering with my slot cars and RC cars. Way more than I enjoy driving them. Yeah, the
Well, hey,
tinkering part is fun.
the
No
fingers
doubt.
is in too.
Oh, there's the fingers. So, De Leon, just so you know, Harry
There
does
he is.
rock crawling RC. So he's done a lot of RC as well, and so has Dave.
RC cars way more than I enjoy. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I'll go get an RC truck. I'll be right back.
Oh,
Yeah,
see, now we're going down the rabbit hole.
yeah. Some of those things are nice.
Yeah, Harry's got the stuff. I've got two, and I don't even play with them anymore. Harry's got a whole
Hey,
fleet.
Dave, maybe it's not a rabbit hole. Maybe it's the Winnie the Pooh hole because he's fat and these are fat.
Yeah.
Pooh hole. He said poo hole. I'm sorry. It's a little too much Beavis and Butthead, I think.
Yep.
That's an old baseball joke from the St. Louis Cardinals because they back then when he played old Pooh holes, right?
Oh, that's
the
right.
player
Yep.
for the Cardinals, and they were like Pooh holes. Anyway, there you go.
Holy moly.
There we go.
We went way off in the left field there for a minute, didn't we?
Hey, there's Steve. What's up, Steve? Bucker Corner.
That's the Bronco.
Hey, there you go. Mr. Sawtell is on.
Oh, now everybody watch your P's and Q's, would you? Let me get rid of this truck. We weren't talking about anything else, I promise.
If anybody has any questions on anything, it's a good time. So stock car wise or chassis or whatever, not the brass chassis or a question for Steve. I mean, Steve's on, so he's always give good service. We never had a problem with him whatsoever. So he always delivers very well with his products. I have 50 RC.
Yeah. Yeah.
Straight RC fast. 6S.
Straight and fast. 6S Arma.
Yeah.
Limit. Oh.
Or a
Yeah.
limitless.
Oh, so Dave likes his no prep drag racing. It sounds like, yeah.
Uh, well,
Tony Hawk.
anyway, we'll give another shout out for the kit.
Yes.
It's an absolute beautiful kit. Really excited about this. Everything you need to make a roller. And as George has already said, and to some of the questions out there, no, you can't pick your wheels and motor. These are prepackaged. They're put together, so they come the way they come. So we're all taking beginner steps here, trying to bring something to the table so someone can just click an order and have a car. So it's not open to customization. If you're that advanced and you know you want different wheels and tires than for a few bucks, you know what? With the money you save with the combo kit, then you can
It,
afford that extra motor or whatever. So
Yeah.
go ahead and do that. But right now, I think this is one of the most exciting things I've seen in a long time. And please, yeah, it could be addictive. So be careful there.
Yep.
But thank you again, Steve, for all the hard work bringing this kit, because this is awesome.
Yeah,
Yep.
it sure is. We all appreciate it very much. Not just Steve, but you too, boss.
Yep. You guys made it happen. That's why it's titled the Showdown Kit, because it's for Showdown cars. I
right.
remember that. That's the title of it.
Yeah, it's all about the showdown in the series and what we're doing as a series on the oval for the proxy. So I just hope that I really hope that I see more people this year, and I'm sure we will.
Yeah. Hey, since Steve is on, maybe he could tell us how's the kit going. Are people buying them? Are we? Was it a good idea? Are we doing good with it?
Time will tell. Time will tell to see how that pans out, because there's always a possibility to go into the 125th scale mode or 124 scale mode. It'll do both. Wow. Oh, cool. So we already sold quite a few kits, so thank you. All right, cool. That's good.
Yep, I know Raul went on there today.
Raul ordered quite a few of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Now you gotta do a opening on your channel, Raul. Just check it, show everybody.
Yeah, an unboxing. That would be cool.
Yeah, that would be nice, especially from a professional. He could do it.
Oh yeah.
That's right.
You do a good video of it too. He does an M&M's one. You could do one where you open the box and you see your face through it. That'd be cool, dude.
That was cool.
I like to see one of those.
For
Yes.
Mustang the other day, and the tires were melted. Yeah, racked up at just Paul Gage tires. It's $7-8. Peel the old ones off, like I show in the video for the front tires. Peel the old ones off, put new ones on, and happy racing. Just that simple.
Remember, there's also a wheel chart and then the tire chart. I did the two videos.
Yes.
I did explain that. So.
Yeah, just look at George's video. He shows everything on tire selection and sizes. It can't get any easier, really. That was brutally easy. That was a great video.
Yeah, that was a good video, George.
I'm just trying to help everybody out, because at first I was still kind of confused with the tires, but as I start looking more, and then it's like it clicks in your head. So all those numbers now, when you look at it, or when I look at it, I go, okay, well, I know what that is, because it comes to mind what you're looking at on the numbers and everything.
Right.
So, fairly easy.
Yeah, real easy.
Anti-addiction commercial. Be a good one, Raul.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's possible. If the kit takes off, develop different kits for different genres. Yeah, I mean, it's Yeah, I guess it's possible. Anything is possible.
Well,
Um,
what
right,
really is
right now,
possible?
this was just developed for our race here for the showdown. It wasn't developed for other proxies or anything else. It's just, again, just something for starters, for people just starting out, to make it really easy and simple for them to click and to get everything they need, and then to get started building. Who knows what the future holds, you know? So yeah, it can go nowhere but up, right?
The most important component, I think, of all this is the motor bracket. So if you look on SEC right now, there's the midget ones that we're doing for here. There is a motor bracket for that midget. It's the 0.8 motor bracket. Now, Steve has mentioned this, so that's why I'll mention it. There's another motor bracket that's for that slimline motor, the FF motor. That's something it's development. So that motor bracket right there really is going to open a lot more for doing cars that have, a low interior where you don't have to use the S cam motor that protrudes out more, where you have to cut your interior. That other motor is going to make it a lot easier to not have to cut into a car if you don't want to do that, and the possibility of making brass chassis for, say, like a monogram cars or something that's small. So that's, or even your own F1 car. That's something that's super cool right there. That really is the biggest, most important component of all, is the motor bracket. So we got to thank them for developing that.
Yeah, and it's been needed. Like a few years back, they did that big vintage Grand Prix Formula One style car race, the Proxy, and I remember what it was called. But those guys built some beautiful cars, and it was very difficult to get brackets. And I think everybody was making their own back then. But this new one, when it's available, that's going to be a game changer, because there's a lot of resin bodies and stuff available for those vintage cars, and I'd like to start building them again myself, just because there's so much detail on those cars with all the suspension components and everything. It's kind of like building a midget, George. You get
Yeah.
all that cool, suspension componentry that this makes the car, and that's what attracts me to the F1 cars. And this bracket will make that so much easier.
Michael, the,
Steve says we may need a toll-free addiction support online.
Nice, that's funny.
Slimline brackets. Yeah, those are coming too.
Oh, Frankie Tomatoes.
Frankie Tomatoes.
Anybody have any questions? Harry's
There you
getting stuff going there.
If you really,
There you go. Wow, man, that's such a big freaking. That's such a game changer right there with having that bracket. Look at all the possibilities you can think of with that slimline motor. I mean, I got a bunch of cars in the cases here that just, now it's all brass chassis for me now. I'm gonna dump all the plastic ones and just keep the bodies and re-chassis the bodies.
Yeah, because then you can go with aluminum wheels, and you can use the old wheels off the cars for inserts, and yeah, it's cool. Much more detailed cars than just plastic chassis.
Yeah.
oh, absolutely.
My first one when I saw that motor bracket was this booger right here, this creepy crawler, man. This one I really want to make a chassis for this one.
Steve,
Oh, there we go. Yeah,
This is a perfect car for that.
yeah,
yeah.
Mid-America
Let me
Sprint
go
Car.
see if I got one of those.
Yeah, the Mid-America Sprint Car, because that's a whole chassis kit. That's all
Yeah.
you get at all. You don't really do much soldering at all. It's just the chassis, you bolt it together. Yeah, that alone, that's allowed in the proxy I'm doing up here at Hangar One. So I mean, I even mentioned that kit. If you guys are worried about, you can get that Mid America kit, just concentrate on the modeling and the body and the chassis there, and all the running gear and tires are all there. So you can send that one in.
Sometimes too, if you're not, like, I've taken a couple of those old Womp chassis and chopped them up for smaller stuff like that too. So there's that. Hell, Harry's, and we've done them before too with the H&R chassis. We chopped off everything except for the motor end and the front end, and made everything new in between. And although it's kind of hard, you pay $50, $60 for a chassis and then chop it all up, but you do what you have to do.
I was asking, do you know where I can get a modern Challenger kit, 132nd?
Nope.
No, the only thing is that SCX bodies. That's the only.
They have a modern Challenger,
Well, no,
like my car.
yeah, actually, yeah. Sorry, yeah, he meant modern Challenger, not the old one. I don't think
Yeah,
so.
there's none, not 132. And in fact, I thought, okay, I'll build a 125th scale car. There's only one, and it's the earlier body style, which is different from my later body style. So there's not a car like mine to build. So if you want to build a Hellcat or whatever, there aren't any.
That's weird that they haven't done that because that car has been produced a lot more than the GTOs. They make actually a model kit for GTO. I have one. It's a Johnny.
I know.
Lightning. And then I have that other one, which is another company that makes it. I can't remember, but I'm surprised they hadn't made any modern Challengers because that's like there's a lot of those cars.
I know they're everywhere. But what you can do, and I forget what it was. Danny was showing me. If he'll pop in, maybe he could tell us. He found one of those places where you get the 3D files from, and they have several 132 scale Challengers, the correct body style like mine. But the only reason I haven't gone with it is because my car has a very specific hood on it, and so I want the right hood on my car. So that's the only reason I haven't used it. So we might look at that, Raul. Maybe we'll have Danny check that out for us. Maybe we can print one and make a mold.
Look at the Red Lobster, man. There's I don't know that one's.
Hey, I just got it on my hands and knees over there. Okay.
He's looking down on the bottom of the abyss.
I was down in the depth of the abyss.
Look at that boxing, man. That boxing's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's a cool car.
Right. There it is.
See, they don't do that kind of not too much anymore. Polycar still does. I have the box Ferrari one that I got.
Yeah. A lot of history right there.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
You know, I forgot about my box Ferrari one. It's upstairs somewhere. I think I threw it on the shelf. I forgot because it comes in a box like that. And it opens up. Those are the ones that are really nice.
They're pretty cool.
Yeah, look at that. With a sleeve like a book.
Right.
That's right. That's right.
The only thing, though, thing I hate about that special packaging is you can't display it. You can't see it unless you take all the box all apart to look inside.
Yeah.
We need a window in the top so you can see in.
Yeah, this is a good example. This is a good example of history, right? The way things used to be done, right?
Right.
That's beautiful.
And nobody, and I hope everybody that's online right now, I'm going to go ahead and say it, and you guys can challenge me if you want. We'll talk about it. Nobody does it like Fly did it.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Fly.
You're right.
They went all out with articles and everything in there.
Fly had it covered, baby. Nobody did it like Fly. They invented this shit. I'm just gonna say it right now. And they knew what they were doing. Okay. And Fly, regardless whether you like the cars or you had to, but nobody did it like them. Right?
The detail is off the chart.
The Lang check in the short tail and long tail one.
They might not be 100% accurate. We can nitpick it all day long, but this is capital F groovy all the way. Okay.
Yeah.
And it was well worth the price of admission, but nobody did it like Fly. And everybody else has been trying to be them since the 90s, but they're the ones that cracked the mold and said, here's what we're going to do. We're going to release this car, and then we're going to release it in a pretty box, and you guys are going to buy it. And we did.
No, regardless of the chassis.
Regardless.
Yeah, they look good. I got to have one.
That's right. And now you see NSR doing what?
Yep. Classic series. And the small box, too. Not even a big one. Not dual ones. Sometimes I'll do the double boxes. Yeah, there's a lot more of those.
Fast forward to today.
Yeah. Classic series.
We're
historical line. Yep.
You know, I mean, it's cool, and it's an NSR. And one thing's for sure, it's going to run a lot faster than those cars
Yeah.
with quality components and everything else. You know, and sure am thankful for them. They're great, but man, Fly knew how to do it. Just saying.
I agree totally. Some of the other stuff you have also, Harry, like the ones where they have articles about the driver, because they'll get into depth and have like a book on the driver that drove that particular car in the.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you
They
have that one. That one was really. I was pretty blown away by that one. How detailed it
oh,
was.
um,
Just the kind of dedication to the driver.
what was that? Which one was that?
I'm trying to remember. It was one of the Spanish drivers. I can't remember the name of it. It was dedicated to him.
Um,
I think a lot of flights focused on a lot of the real popular drivers as well. But
well, let me see here. Here's one.
yeah, he's he's gonna be digging in there. Here's one. Anybody have any questions or comments on anything? Please let us know. I mean, anything at all. Scratch building, non-scratch building, anything in general. Any historical information you could get from Harry because he knows quite a bit. So we have 30 people watching. Thank you. Awesome. What are you guys watching? There's Leaf P. Pedro Rodriguez. He was Mexican. There you go. Pedro Rodriguez. Maybe that was him, Harry. Thank you.
one.
Pedro Rodriguez.
Oh,
Thank you, sir, for that. I think that's who it was. I couldn't remember. It was like over a year and a half ago since I've been there. You showed me that. I think it was a silver box. Leaf P. Thank you, sir. That's how you say your. I hope I said your name right. I'm sorry. Leaf Life. I'd say I think it's Leaf. So. Anybody else grabbed the chassis kit by any chance and thought about building a showdown car? Just curious. Yeah. Guys, I know that already bought one. Jack Top. How many besides me forgot to hit the thumbs up? Thank you, Mr. Ragtop, for telling people to hit the thumbs up. Appreciate that. Yeah, those slimline brackets, Dave, will really come really handy with the VW bugs.
Oh yeah, that's exactly why I'm doing this right now with these.
That'll be a cool one to get. Man, it's just now it just opens so much possibilities to do series of cars now,
Oh, I
like
know.
modeling and proxy racing.
Yeah, it's gonna be it's a game changer. Like I said, now we can do all kinds of stuff. We can build all kinds of cars that we didn't have before. Well, I mean, we could. I mean, I could build a VW without the bracket, but it's just easier with it. So,
Yeah, exactly. Ragtop Pat, the chassis are available now. Just so you know, we posted about that. I don't know if you're aware of that, but they are available now. Quick, put a link up there.
I'm
Share
going to
that.
see if I can unhook here and go move.
There you go. So I'm gonna put a link for the Showdown chassis kit, so you guys on the right there. So if you want to look at it, that's the direct link to the kit. It's $79.99. Yep, that's it. Yep, it was a grayish like silver box. Look at that. It's even got a little sleeve that goes over it, a small sleeve.
right. So this is just one of the ones that they did. That has the, the just the history, right?
Yeah, that's wow.
The movie car, right? So this is just a fly catalog from back then, just showing everything, and then they talk about the movie car, and the car dedicated to the car in film, hence the film. I mean, give me a break. Who does that but Fly?
A piece of film there.
I mean, you really got to hand it to him. And this is 2003, so it was a couple of days ago. But for, for us old farts, 02 and '03, this was a big deal. Okay?
Yeah.
And if you could get aftermarket tires, you were very, very lucky for these cars. And it was the introduction year of the GB Track and the Fly trucks, by the way. But, oh
Yeah.
well. Now I'm really showing my age. I'm putting this away.
You should put that on the wall.
Yeah. You know, all that collectible stuff, you know, it's fun and it's neat. But cars like what George is working on, like this car and these cars from Carrera, or the analog versions, I'm just going to say, you know, they're not very expensive. 40, 50 bucks, whatever shipping, right? For
Right.
a great looking toy, you know, if you want to throw 7, 8 bucks at it with some tires, and you're solid gold. You don't really have to murder your budget to get a good running car out of these Carreras, in my opinion, anyway. So we can go expensive, we can go budget
Yeah.
too.
Go either way.
Yeah,
Not a choice.
I'm too old to be crawling down here. Oh, I need Dave and George back here with their help. They can do it.
Not to
I
make
can't-
George do it. I can't crawl down there.
There's a lot of space down there.
I think, Harry, you should probably tie a rope to your belt loop and hook it around the bench so you don't get lost when you go down in there.
Right. Hey, here's one you guys can look up. You can Google this up since I found it. The old SCX releases.
Oh, there you go. Yep. Another nice present.
These are the old vintage style cars that SCX brought back, and we couldn't get enough of them. And they got the old pole style vintage motors. See,
Yeah.
man,
Yeah.
Those are nice.
wow. Let me see here. Yeah. Tell you what, I had a full head of hair when this came out.
Yeah, that one's a BRM, isn't it? BRM 261?
Yep.
Yeah, P261. I'm looking it up here. Yep, in the green box and everything. Look at
Aha. Still runs.
that. Needs a little tire work, but it still runs.
Yeah, it needs a little tire work.
The Scale Electric classic ones are the ones that run really nice there. You got those all tuned nicely. That one I was having fun on that track with that for like about an hour solid. Just
Yeah,
cruising.
that's like my favorite cars to run on that track is those Skeletric vintage cars. Those things are awesome.
Wow. Yeah, look at now. This just goes to show you. This is actually the standard 1021. You know, SCX. A lot of them used to stamp and emboss, right? The tires.
Yeah.
So 1024 SCX embossed there, but look at the indentations on them. See, just sitting there. And these things right here, well, they're harder than Chinese algebra right now. But that's, yep, we would just sand them. Look at the free play in there. That's a hot dog in a hallway. Look at that.
Yeah.
But that's just the way we played with them. And they were fine. Anyway, sorry about that. I just got distracted there.
No way.
See all
Show
that.
and tell is always fun.
Pretty cool old car. Yeah, there's never enough time in the day, man. Um,
Uh,
we
Enough time
could
in
we
the
could
year.
we could go on and on, and yeah, you're right. There's never enough time in in the day to play with everything we want to play with. Like like he said, we could just spend. We could have a whole 8 hour event just racing these little cars. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, and we have.
And
yeah.
we have.
Pot Valley
Really
Racing.
doesn't matter. I mean, we could probably have 10 slot cars on your shelf, and if that's all you had, and you played with your friends with them, that 10 is all you need. It's a good little car. Well, I look forward to see what you guys are out there building with all the custom stuff.
Yeah, me too.
See if I can get this heap. I'm gonna finish building it. I'm gonna do a quick video, and I'm gonna mail it to George and Frank, and see how slow it is at their house.
No, I think it'll be pretty fast. Any scale extra, or excuse me, any Carrera car you do work on it, they'll be fast. That
I
helps
don't
you a lot.
know. It's just I think it's a great. When you came up with that video, I thought, man, that's cool. This is just sitting back there doing nothing.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the two I had. They've been sitting. That was the first. That came with the first set I bought with the Carrera. Was the figure eight. Those two cars. It was then I just didn't do anything with them. They just sat. They were analog cars to begin with.
Giving them new life.
Yep, and it's just kind of nice to be able to have all the parts and throw it in there and see them run even better.
Oh yeah. I mean, I did you didn't change the wheels, right?
No, I did
You
not. Oh, so on the Ferrari, I only didn't change the wheels. I changed the motor, the guide,
right,
and I put a brass pinion gear on it. That's it.
right. So
Yeah.
I'm keeping the stock wheel set, the stock wheels, right?
Yes, that's what I used.
So I'm gonna keep the stock wheels,
Mm-hmm.
and I've already sanded them once from years ago, but I'm gonna keep the stock wheels and then the Jolly Rancher
Yep,
22.5.
that motor's great for those cars. They really
Right.
wake
Okay.
them up,
And
and they're
then
nice. Yep.
so I'm sure the stock magnet I just left it in here. I've
Yeah,
never
that's what I
altered
did.
it.
Also, I did
And
also.
then it has that magnet back there. That's
Yep.
okay?
Yeah, both of them. I had them both in there. I didn't take them out.
Okay. That's all I need to know. Now, here's something after sanding the posts here,
Yeah.
what you know, so I sanded the edges. Can you see
Yep.
that?
Yes.
Okay. So when you put the body on, I was going to talk about it, but see there you got some
Yeah.
float.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these cars, when you have the front end like this, you can't just shave it off,
No.
right? And it's too close to cut. So you just make sure you have that body float right there. And I
I
didn't want to cut this out and
mm,
make it separate, but that's enough float, so I'm going to leave it alone.
okay.
And then I'm just going to do that mod and then the Jolly Rancher and some fresh tires.
Right. The on the chassis, those bulkheads that stick up. I did shave those down to give it more float because they go rest the part on the body is what they do, and you keep it from moving not as much.
Right.
Yeah, those right
Here?
there. Yep, exactly. And then the back and
That's right.
yeah,
Right.
those will keep it from moving.
I didn't get those. Hold on a second.
That'll help you give you more movement. If
Yeah.
you want more movement out of it, it's just up to the person who's tuning it if they want, less or
Let
more.
me
But
let me show you guys the advanced method for body float. It's really difficult, but
yep, screw cutters. Yikes.
there.
That's it. It's
and
gone.
and gone. There we go.
Here's
Wow,
your float.
that was exhausting. I hope you guys. This is a very no power required, no voltage. You just and wow. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, but I sanded the front here. See the bulkhead
Yeah.
there? So I brought that down, and then sanded the tops there, and got rid of that, and then I sanded the edges here, and then the car. Now it sits.
Yeah, get the float you need.
Got some float. Good enough. We'll see how it runs, and you know it'll be right behind your car probably.
No, I don't know. We'll have to see. They got equally matched motors.
Oh,
So they should run.
Michael, Jolly Rancher. Sorry. Um,
A Predator 22500 ball bearing motor. That's the one that's really the preferred motor I use for the Carrera car because it's just I like less brake.
Michael, it's a stupid nickname. Just
Yeah,
ignore me, okay?
call Jolly
It's
Rancher
a it's a nickname for the motor
is the end bell.
because of the end bell here is this clear.
Looks like a Jolly Rancher. Don't eat it.
Yeah, it just looks like a Jolly Rancher candy, right to me. So as soon as I seen it, I was like, it looks like a Jolly Rancher, and so I just nicknamed it after the candy. So ignore me. It's the Predator 22.5.
Ball bearing motor. That's a good motor for the
And it
Carrera.
has the ball bearing. It's a very efficient, very fast, very nice motor that they have. I just nicknamed it the Jolly Rancher because of
On
the end bell.
on the first video I did on those, I stated that if you do use the Carrera control unit, put it on setting 3 because they're super sensitive. If you use the thumb controller on that, they'll take off right away. So I put the speed at 3 and the brake I think at 4 because it hardly has any brake, that motor, because it's a ball bearing motor, and it runs fine on the track when you have it those settings. On the wood track, 10 volts, I think it rips pretty good. Watermelon.
Really just to rotate out of the SCX motor pod,
How do you get
X drag on the track. It's just the rotate out of the pod. You mean? Are you talking about the float, the free play of the pod? Don't.
Oh, it drags on the track. I guess he's saying that the pod is dragging on the track. That's what it sounds like he's getting at.
Well, if the pod is it drag? I mean, then check the diameter of the tires. Make sure you don't have it too low.
Yeah.
But I mean, the pod flexes, right? It's designed to flex.
Try and put what exactly is going on kind of in a way, and I know it's typing, but
I mean,
here's an SCX right there.
the pod is pretty much flush with the chassis. If it's dragging the track somehow, I mean, have you reduced the diameter of the tires to make it
Yeah, I think
drag the?
he's talking about those SCX pods do this, don't they? It's on a single pinion in the middle,
Rotating.
and they flop around back and forth. Maybe a piece of strapping tape on the bottom will keep it from moving so much.
The pod rotates on the SCX. That's what Michael Cross. So it's I guess it's on its own pivot. Maybe it's moving too much and dragging the track.
Oh well, yeah, you can tape it.
Strapping tape or electrical tape. John Albright likes electrical tape more flex or strapping
Right.
tape.
You can
You can tape it.
as far as reducing the flex there. You know.
Good night, Steve.
Yeah, good night, Steve. Yeah, see, Michael put tape. Most people use. I use glue on mine. Corvette, rotate it till the tires hit the fender. So I guess the tires are hitting the fender. Maybe that's
right, and that's because it's moving.
yeah.
The pod's too
It
loose.
does have the flex. So you can take.
Gorilla tape. Yep.
Yeah, a piece of tape on the bottom of it, strapping tape, gorilla tape, even electrical tape.
I'm exaggerating here because it's a big piece
Yeah.
of tape. But that right there, just some tape, will limit. See, immediately, it has eliminated a lot of that the movement in the pod. So we'll go to that right now.
So get you an answer there, buddy. You'll take it apart and look at it.
Right, I'm taking it apart fast as I can.
He
My
hasn't
old
said anything else in the chat, so I'm wondering if we got to what he needed or not. Really,
George Ninja fan. I'm not that fast.
yeah, I know. I was just waiting for him to say something about
Dave,
it.
Dave is really fast, man. He's like
Yeah.
super ninja with what he does. Okay, so anyway, with almost all of the SCX chassis, is that clear? Does that look okay? Can you see
Yeah. You get up a
right
little
there?
closer. A
Okay,
little bit closer.
so
There you go right there. That's good. You better. Yeah.
okay, so um, the first thing that you notice about these cars is that some of them have a strap that's soldered to the motor that comes here. These are the early versions, right? Little strap. And the pressure of the strap that goes here for their wireless system controls how much dampening pod does. You can cut those and run straight wires, whatever you want to do. I've got some old video articles show, but with that tape, that's what we've done, is we've eliminated and dampened, so to speak, that float. See? So that's what we've done. So that will help with the tires touching the body, is to dampen that and to reduce it. So I hope that helps you. But that's what we're talking about right there. So now we put the tape over that, and it's good.
So Jeff G's asking a question here, Harry. Harry, I have 3 older Carrera cars with the type with the drum motor on the
Drive
drive.
wheel.
Yeah, I was able to get them running well.
But handling not as good. Any tips on tuning those up? Aside from a tire, put a little bit of lighter fluid on the drive wheel drum. But those things are just old school cars, and they're about as good as they're gonna get. Lighter Ronsonol lighter fluid on that drive wheel, and make sure that the contact there is clean, and then just cleaning the stock rubber, alcohol, Ronsonol. Yeah, I remember the old drive wheel cars, and they're cool, but they're they're only going to be so fast. I had the F1 cars. We played with those a lot. But yeah, as soon as we could get some guy to make a mold like Dave and everybody is doing with urethane or silicone, we changed the tires immediately. So but just clean it up and keep that drive wheel as soft as you can with some Ronsonol. Or at least that's what I did.
All
Oh
right,
wow.
good question.
Man, look at how old those are, man. Golly. That's something. And it still works. Yep. And this guide, the guide there, see the pressure on the SCX cars? You can take those and snip them off and lighten that pressure. So all kinds of mods for those old cars, man. This is a good one. This is worth about $10 on eBay right now.
At least.
The new Challenger pod rotates and swings on the front pivot, and the body swings left to right.
Yeah, I knew that's what he was talking about. That center pivot.
Swings on a
They're
pivot.
they're sloppy car. They're kind of sloppy, and I know what he means.
Just got to tighten them up.
Challenger pod. Are you talking about the new?
The new SCX cars?
I think the tape method is probably the best way to make it better.
Okay, man, you're gonna owe me $5 if I have to stretch up there and get these damn cars down.
They don't pull something.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull something, all right. Look at this. Look at this. Don't say we don't do things for people.
Go to the shelf. The other part of the room, the shelf.
Oh.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. All right, so let's see. So what are we talking about here? We're talking about the chassis pod movement and the new cars. All right, so let's get our little. Let's get this out of here and see what's going on with it.
You guys want some silicone?
Silicone.
There we go.
Buried issue. There you go.
So that's a brand new car, fresh out of the box, and it's doing the same thing. I don't know what movement is different. Just with somewhere to tighten it up. No, I don't see any. I don't see. Look, see there. Everybody can see that, right?
Hmm.
It's popping up and down, moving.
Yep.
See? Right. So the tape is going to dampen it. That there's no
Adjustment or anything, right?
yeah, there's no adjustment there. So that's the way it is. Yeah. So tape is the answer. Yeah. And you also owe me money for making me get up on the track. I think I just pulled my sacroiliac just for you. Just
Don't fall and break your coccyx.
yeah, man. I almost bruised it. Yeah. I'm not like Dave and George. I'm old and an old sick dude, man. I don't have that kind of power anymore.
You keep saying Dave and George. I'm older than you, Harry.
Yeah, but you're in better shape than I am.
Yeah, I'm in shape, all right. A big round shape.
Yeah, but there's no corners on it. Look at me, goddamn. Anyway, there we go. Oh, yeah, tape is your answer. That's yeah. There's no real adjustment on those. They were, I mean, useless trivia. The the pod, the flexing, the shape, and everything else from SCX and the Spanish company, going back to the rally cars and what they did with the off-road rally, and then the track that they made, which was ridiculous, sandpaper, very coarse track that was a lot like Scalextric but worse, and very warped. And there was one way to get the cars to make them faster, and that was to make them flex so they would stay level with the mag. There you go. Anybody tell you any different? They're full of poop. Because the guys that owned SCX came out here in 2008 and stayed here a weekend, and we got drunk and ate barbecue, and we made NASCARs. So they told me all sorts of cool things.
That's not useless trivia. It's good stuff.
That was one of them. Here's another thing. Remember 2008?
Oh yeah.
Right? That's the Hobbytown version.
I have the slot burger one.
Right. So when they made this, they pitched the same idea to Hobbytown, which was a retailer back then, right? And they said okay, and they made the Home Racing World and the Hobbytown car at the same time.
Cool.
If you'd like any more useless trivia, please follow us.
Yeah.
That will absolutely not help you in any way.
And it's free. It's all free.
Yeah.
Absolutely free.
Unsolicited.
So Dave, did you pop the body out of the mold yet?
I didn't pop the body out of the mold, but I pulled all the tape and everything out. So when we're done here, I'll have to cook dinner first, but then I'll have to set up all my stuff again. I'm gonna record it some more. I've been working on a video to follow up from this morning, so everybody can see the process of how that goes. So it's getting there.
What are you making for dinner?
Tonight we're having pork chops.
Sounds good.
Pictures will be forthcoming.
DeLong says, half time us old guys are racing, we spend more time talking about our ailments.
That's for sure.
That's true.
Yeah, well, he's right, isn't he?
Yep.
Yep. Totally
I
true.
really want to see that VW because that is a cool. That's a timepiece. It never gets old. It doesn't matter.
Here, let me grab it really quick. I came outside. I needed air, so let me go grab it.
Okay. It's like a '57 Chevy. You can never have enough of them.
Yep. Oldie but goodie.
Pizza.
Yeah. Squire had pizza. Pizza.
Okay, so here's where we're at right now. I pulled all the tape out, so the body's now ready for the plug. So now I'll build, you know how it goes, Harry. I'll build a dam around it with tape, and then I'll Vaseline everything really good, and then pour the plug in. So that's where that's. And then I've got all the parts are set up, so we can use as well. So I'd have inserts, bumpers, road lights. Yeah, it's going to be a pretty complete little car. But the mold looks really good. So it's going to be a nice car. So
man, that's awesome, man.
So that's tonight's project after supper.
Oh, look at that. Yeah.
That's cool. It's nice to be able to do that. Cars you can't get anymore with expensive kits.
Yeah, that's the thing, George. That's why that's what I was trying to explain this morning on my live stream is that this kit, it's there's a few of them out there like on eBay or whatever, but this kit came from Japan and it's hard to get, and when you find them they're $50-$60.
Expensive.
And those are Those are the ones that are the most accurate, right, Dave? Or am I?
Uh,
Is that right?
I don't know. Let me look. Let me grab the box.
This is probably air human. Yeah,
No,
Michael Squire.
I didn't. I just didn't know if they were or not. I didn't know.
He's gonna get the box to look. Yeah, Michael Squire actually. Raul's gonna send Dave the. It's the Carrera version of the Beetle with the wide body kit. So he's gonna resin that
Man, you know what? This entire thing is written in Japanese, so
one. Is it Hiroshima or what's it?
I don't know. It doesn't
Oh,
say,
it's all
George.
Japanese.
It's all. I mean, it is all in Japanese. Every bit of it. There's not. The only thing that's not is, and I made a joke this morning. It's so funny because it's a Volkswagen Sprit window. Sprit window. Is that something?
It says
What?
Sprit.
It's a Sprit window. Yeah, it's crazy, right? But that's the only English on the whole
What,
thing, and it's not
what
right. So
on the bottom it says LS. What's that?
it says LS, made in Japan. But other than that,
You
I wonder
look
if there's
at that.
anything on the. No, it's even the instruction sheet is
The whole
completely
Jap-
in Japanese as well. The like I said, I kind of got lucky. This kit,
That there's a that's a Gunzi Sanyo, right?
I don't think so. It might
Yeah,
be.
that's a
Maybe
that,
somebody
that has to be
can
a
translate
Gunzi,
Japanese.
right?
I'm
It
looking.
has all these other cool cars on it that shows the other kits that they have.
It's got
But
to be a Gunzi.
it's an old kit. I think it's from the 70s.
Yeah, it's got that's a gun. It has to be a Gunzi. I
Well,
can't
what is
think anybody else with that box art. I'm just
what is that right there? What
what
is
are the model
LN?
kits? What model kits are they showing in the video on the or not on the video, but on the instructions? I wonder.
Nothing. There's nothing on the instructions.
Oh,
Just the Volkswagen,
really?
and there's not one English word. Oh, wait a minute. At the bottom here,
Sprit.
LNS Company Limited, number 88,
Wow.
Nakanomaki, Hanjo, Gifu City, Japan. And I know I butchered that, but
Huh.
and even on the instructions, Volkswagen Sprit window.
Oh, yeah. You know what? It's funny when you look at that artwork on those instructions.
Yeah.
You know these guys, they don't give a shit about licensing or anything. That looks just like Tamiya instructions, right?
Oh yeah. I know.
From the same printing house, I'll guarantee it.
I bet it is too, because it does. It looks like old Tamaya instructions.
Look
You're
at that.
absolutely
The little logo and then the logo on the right hand side. That is
yeah,
all. That looks so much like Tamiya.
yeah. That is totally Tamaya, like right there. You're right. Crazy.
Wow.
I
That
just
really.
died laughing when I read
Okay,
Sprit.
I just did a Google search
I'm trying
and
to micro.
and Gunzi Sanyo came up right away.
So the
You
gun.
know,
What?
You're faster than I am. I couldn't find it. What's up,
when
Mark?
I when I saw that where it says Sprit window, you know what instantly came to my mind? Christmas
Oh,
Story. Deck
oh.
the hearts with bars of glory. It's
Oh,
just
wow. Right. Exactly.
The movie Christmas Vacation. Oh my god.
Oh
what's
my God.
what's really funny is I paid $45 for this kit, and there's a price tag on it right there. It says $9.
Ah.
It's all right. I had to have it. So
But that was 132, right?
yeah, it's 132.
32.
Yeah, see the Gunze and everything else are showing 124.
Yeah, I knew what
But
that was. I was looking. I couldn't find it.
the box art,
Is that what tipped you off?
um,
There are a couple of other 132 scale Volkswagens. There's a let's see, who is it? It's a there's an Airfix kit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
they're
And I
fixed.
think
Hornby
there's also either a Revell or a Monogram 132 scale.
AMT. I saw AMT.
AMT, that's right. There's an AMT, but they're newer bugs. I wanted a split window, and that's the only one. The
No, well, you
um,
got the wrong one, Dave. You got the
Yeah,
sprint.
yeah.
I got
This
the
is
sprint window.
You didn't
I
get the
sorry.
oh,
I give
you
to
very smart American.
with soy sauce
American.
red tops.
Oh my God.
Deck the Hars.
Yeah, that's a good find because
Oh, Mikado Otaku just joined the chat. So you know what? That
uh
sounds like a Japanese name. Show him the box,
So
oh
sir.
uh,
I don't know if I said your name.
hey.
Mikado Otaku. Can you tell us what kit this is? Because it's
can you tell us?
Japanese. I'm assuming you're Japanese. I could be wrong.
Here
I'm
we go.
sorry.
There's some pretty good sized writing there, so maybe he can see that.
So
136.
this is okay,
Welcome to the chat.
MPC, and I thought about this. MPC made this kit. Um this is partial but this is MPC, right? And it's 132.
Yeah, I
So
think MPC does, but it's not a split window. It's a later car with the big back window and the bigger bumpers and stuff.
oh yeah, you're right.
Same, same thing with the Airfix kit and the other one. They're all later cars, which is cool. I want to do a later bodied car as well, but right now I wanted to do the vintage one.
Gotcha.
There you go.
Pretty cool. Oh well. Well, I'll figure it out eventually, right? It doesn't matter. You just made the mold. Now we got the Shotgun Day version, so who gives a poop? You know?
Well, yeah. So the next one, the next one I'm gonna get is that Airfix kit because I think it's a 61. It has a little bigger back window, and
Right.
we'll go that way next. But I like the split window kit because if I want to make an oval window car, all I got to do is take the center divider bar out of the rear window, and now we got an oval window. So
Yeah,
uh,
exactly.
it's two cars in one, basically.
Right.
And I know if you're not into Volkswagens, you probably don't know what in the hell I'm even talking about. But um,
Cool.
that would be cool too. Slot R says they also 130 or Airfix did a beach buggy. That would be cool. The little Mars Manx. That would be pretty cool.
Well, Raul wants to send you the other old the wide body one too. Remember?
He already did. I talked to
Yeah.
him today. He's putting it in the mail.
There's because Michael Squire mentioned if that worked with the Showdown kit with that bug. I said, well, you could get that one that Carrera released, and those wheels would be perfect for that one because they're fat wheels.
Yeah.
Tires.
Hey, we could do a series with these cars. It would be fun, I think.
Yep.
We could do, like a little, like a rally series with these stock bugs, and maybe we could do a Group 5 thing with the bigger ones with the fender flares and everything. It would be fun. I think it would be fun.
Absolutely. What the hell was
We'll have to call it the Shotgun Bug Series.
Yeah. Yeah, we have to do that. We did it once
Yep.
before. I'm trying to find a model, but I can't find it. But I know we built a bunch of them.
I'm gonna do buses again too. I know buses. Nobody wants to race them, right? But I want to build a couple
Oh,
more.
I'd like to do a bug.
Oh, that's not true. I
Bug would be fun.
man, we got to do the shaggin' wagons. Let's do it.
The
Yeah,
Shaggy
because-
wagons, that one I never was involved with. So what were those? Are just 70s style like station wagons?
Well, I know that like Scale Electric makes the panel one, but nobody's making one with windows. So I'm gonna get. I have a die cast in there ready to make a mold of. So I'm gonna do that one too.
Well, we got to do something with these electric things. So I mean, otherwise you're just looking at them. So we might as well do a race with them, right?
Yeah, I'm okay with it. I love them. I think they're awesome.
Oh my God, that's funny. Oh, I'll dig it out later. I got a couple of them. I had to have them. Norb and those guys from Chicago. We raced them the Jägermeister, you know.
Yeah.
Oh my! I don't even think the right side of one of them has any paint anymore.
It
The
would be
one
cool to
thing,
make brass chassis underneath those cars with big fat tires to keep them so they
Oh
stick to the damn road, you know?
my
And
God! We
I
we
just think,
raced them. We raced them on the oval for laughs,
yeah,
and
I bet that would be laughs.
oh my
I,
gosh!
I still want to do the trailer thing. I think
Yep, I'm
We
gonna do a
just
trailer race too.
because I've seen those on video. Those are hilarious.
We should
we
do a
destroyed
132
those.
scale trailer race. That would be crazy.
Because I've already got mine already thought out.
Oh, I don't even. I think it's here. I don't even know if it's still in one piece.
Michael Squire and Dan say the Corvair van. Hey, if we could find a Corvair van, I'll make a mold of it. That would be cool.
Yeah, we can do Corvairs. We can do anything we want.
Well, if you have a master to make it out of, it's possible.
No, I don't know what. I have to find. I actually, I think I gave the car, the the Gulf version or something of that van,
Well, hang on.
um,
Let me go get one more thing.
of the omnibus, whatever you know. Um, I think I gave that away
Um,
to the Chicago guys because I don't have it here on the ready line, so that means it was gifted to somebody.
Okay, here's an oldie right here. This is the very first. Let me get back over here to my camera. This is the very first car I made a mold of. I used a die cast and I made the Volkswagen bus. And I mean, look, it's got Safari windows. Most of the windows are gone. This thing has been bashed to hell.
oh, I like the
So
wrap.
What is
I
it?
made I made the roof rack for it. Um, yeah, this car's seen some heavy action. It's beat to
What
shit.
is, what is that?
It's that's the mold I made of the Volkswagen bus. I made a brass chassis for it.
Oh yeah, there. Oh,
That's
So
cool.
that.
I need to make a new mold. I should probably just use this body. I could pop it off and make another mold of it. And yeah, maybe I'll do that. I should because again, these I mean this goes hand in hand with the bugs. You know, you got to have the bus.
Yep.
Maybe I'll do that. I'll just make another mold and
Groovy, man.
the hard part's making all the damn windows for it. You know, that's the thing is. But of course, you got to have the Safari windows, man. You can't have a bus without Safari windows. But like, it's the only window that's left. It looks like there's 3 windows left. The rest of them are all gone. Now is bashed out. But yeah, this could be fun. But see, look, George, it's a slim can.
Oh
So
wow, be perfect for that.
that's what I'm saying. That bracket is going to change my life here. Maybe not for the good.
Let me get so much easier. Build one of those.
Wow, that's funny.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
bus is old,
For
man.
folks
That's
that you
15
guys
years ago, probably.
really need to just let Google be your friend.
There's a
Mm.
Diora there, Clearwater.
Get
You're
the
asking
Diora.
for one.
Just Google it, man. Diora. There it is.
I'll put a link
Oh
on.
yeah, the Dodge Diora. That's cool.
It's that simple. Wikipedia is your friend. Oh.
It's
So
what is Gladstone? What do you want to know, Gladstone? What do you think is
that's
the
the one
cost
with the
of the
windows.
first car out of a hold? You mean out of a mold?
Yeah, that's
Um,
what I'm saying.
Yeah, Michael. Scale Electric does make buses, but they only make panels. There's no windows in them except for the front. At least I've never seen one. Now, if they do make one, that's different.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it was.
that.
I think all they make the ones is with front windows. They don't make any.
Yeah, they
Probably
only
called
make
panel.
panel vans.
They don't make. It's too many windows and too much of a mold to deal with that. That's why they probably won't do it.
I'm sure that's why. Well, I think they did it so that they could make them all advertisement vans. You know.
There you go. Read that too.
What is the cost of the first car out of a mold? Well,
It's kind of
let
it's
me
pricey.
let me move let me move my camera. Let me move the camera over here just for a
Mm,
second, George.
Everything. Yeah, go ahead, man. Do what you need to do. It's no big deal. I'm just
So 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 you're talking about making molds of cars and what it takes to make a mold, that initial cost. Okay. So there's a mold,
okay.
there's your master,
Okay.
there's your
Camaro.
plug,
That's the shapeshifter Camaro. Yep.
there's your yeah, there's your master, there's your mold. But but see, you got to have other things too.
Vacuum
So
tanks.
you have to have a vacuum tank, right? You
Yep.
got to have one of these so that when you put the resin or the silicone in there to make the mold like Dave did, then you have to have one of these, a vacuum pump, to hook up to this to suck the air out of the silicone so
Degas
that
it.
you don't have any holes,
So
right?
Gladstone, you're looking at $700.
So
Actually,
Yep.
yeah,
$100.
so you gotta have the pump, about 150,
Yeah.
75. You can find them on Amazon about $200. But then wait, there's more, as they used to say.
There's
Then
more.
then you have to have a pressure tank like this. This is the Harbor Freight paint tank. And
Yep.
then once you make your mold and you pour it, right? And then you pour it in here, and then you put your plug on top, and you do that, then you put it in here, and then you use your compressor.
Sure.
And if you don't have one of those, you got to buy that. So then you use a compressor to press the mold, to press the resin into here to make the mold.
Here's
So,
all of my stuff right here because I have it out because I'm using it. So, yeah,
right,
like there it is right there. There's the behind the curtain. The Wizard of Oz has pulled back the curtain. You need
right.
all that shit right there to make a mold and to make a
That's
body.
right.
And that's not
So
only the first part. Some bodies you need to trim out and layer them right. So that's why
There's a lot.
understandably people get upset when they take their bodies and try and recast them because it's to make money.
Well,
So,
like Dave showed today, taping and
yep.
doing all the prep work and all the time. And the other thing about the cost is that nobody ever thinks about is your time. Your time is worth money. I mean,
yeah,
Dave and some of these guys can work hours and hours and hours to make sure that that mold is clean, that it's error free, that it's sealed, that it's perfect. You know, so everybody thinks that time is free, but it isn't really.
mhm, yeah.
Someone's effort is worth something. So there's a lot to go. Everybody just say, "Well, I just wish you would make this." Well, then you make it.
Yep.
See how easy it is.
Gladstone, nobody's selling nothing. I can tell you that right now. We're not in interest of selling anything. We're only interested if people really want to build. So if you really want to build, like I said, put your money in your mouth and go buy a chassis, build one of those cars, send it in the showdown.
Yeah,
Maybe later on, you know.
yeah, $700. Yeah, okay. Well, go go
Yeah,
out,
it
go out and buy your own pressure tank and all the equipment, and then price. Go on Amazon right now and Google and get yourself some silicone,
That's what the
and
money is right there too.
because the silicone is the caviar of this whole thing. So you go out there and find out 150, 120 for a couple of bodies worth plus a plug on just how much the silicone costs to make
well,
a simple mold.
this is probably a good time right now. Uh, we're making all these cool bodies. I'm making the Volkswagen. We've got a lot of other things in the works, and we talk about them, and I post them on my Facebook group and
Do
on
it ourselves.
here's the thing. I am not in this to make money at all. I'm not going to charge people for things. I just have a hard time with that. But what I do have is the desire for people to do it. So we need to see effort. We've gone to, not we, I say we, Harry and Steve have gone to great lengths to bring this chassis to fruition. If you really want to get involved, buy a chassis, buy a model kit, and build a car and send it in. That will show me, I'm not going to speak for everybody else, but it will show me that you are truly interested in doing this. And if you are truly interested in doing this, I will send you a body. All I ask is that you pay for the shipping. And then you can build one of my cars. I have no problem with that. I will be happy as hell to do it. But I have been burned so many times. I send people stuff, they don't use it, they throw it in a drawer, it's gone, or they put it on eBay. There are some of my old bodies on eBay for sale right now, and it aggravates me. So
Well,
if
yeah.
you're really, really interested in doing this, please get involved, build a car, send it in. And that will show us that you are really interested. And then guess what? You get the keys to the kingdom. And that's just how it's going to work. And I don't want to sound like a jerk because I'm not. You guys know, man, I love all of you guys to death. But I'm not going to just sit here and do this and then hand it out or sell it even and it not get used or it gets abused. So that's where I come from. And you can ask a lot of these people. There's a lot of people in the chat right now who I have sent things to because I know that they are using them and they know who they are. If they want to speak up, they can. I'm not going to call anybody out, but I will happily give away everything I have as long as you are actually going to use it. And that's all I ask. So there we go. Shotgun Dave's rant is over.
Yeah, like Swift Sauce right there, like you just said right there. I make resin cast models for a day job. It's not cheap. It's not easy as some think, and that is damn right correct. It's a love thing when you do it and you learn from your mistakes. I
Right.
haven't tried it yet, but I intend to try it. But it's just going to take time. And
This is, like Dave said, it's a labor of love. You invest all this money into making sure the casting and everything is clean. It has to be perfect because, like Dave just said, it's garbage in, garbage out. Whatever defect you have in the silicone is going to come out here,
Yeah.
right?
Mm.
So you have to make sure this is 100% clean. So, you know, it has to work. Now, I used a little bit more silicone because I wanted to, but most people do not. I just want you to know that this casting has been around for how long, Dave?
long time.
Oh, 10 years at least.
So when you make a mold and you use silicone, here's the thing: when you pour, and you want the flexibility of the mold, but you want it to last. And every time you pour something in here to get this body out, this is what you do. That and that and that. You're stressing it
They
and
wear out.
popping it. And especially when you have right here, you know, you've got undercuts, you have flares, you have spoilers, and you have to flex. And the weaker that you make this, the less time it's going to make. And then one day you're going to go like this, and you're going to tear it, and it's junk, and you throw it away, and then you got to make a new one. So I made mine bulkier. So, but that's what it takes to then make the body, and then the mold, and then the slot car. That's how they come to life.
Yeah,
But yeah,
it's a
it's
big process.
expensive.
It takes a lot of time and a lot of love goes into this stuff. I know it sounds kind of mushy, but it's true.
No, it is.
A
It's
lot
a
of
lot
passion
of
goes into this stuff.
it's a lot of love and pressure, you know, and stuff to make it right. It's like, you know, it's I don't know. It's like a good cheeseburger. I mean, you
Yeah,
can go to you can go to McDonald's, but you know.
Spot burger. How
Yeah,
much?
it ain't a spot burger.
How much? So here's the real kicker about how much is the brick and yard 2 parts of the silicone per container? That's where the money is.
That's yeah for mine. I buy it by the 2 gallon kit because I use a lot of it. It's got I took $289. Is that what I told you guys I paid for that last one?
Yeah, it was like close to $300.
But I'm still using it. I've already gotten like 4 molds out of that. So, and a bunch of other little peripheral things. So yeah, but if you're just doing a one, they make small kits that are about $45. That's enough to do one car.
So
Like, if I don't know if Gene's still in there or not. You know, Gene followed my instructions and he did his Cougar kit, and yeah, he could tell you what it cost. It's not cheap, but if you want something, it's to me, it's no different than you pay what $100 for an NSR. So, but if you want something that doesn't exist, you're gonna have to create it, and it costs money to do that.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, a 124th body. It makes no difference. 132, 124th. I mean, those sizes are the same. So,
Yeah, it's about the
you know,
same.
yeah. Do you have all the tools that we just showed? Do you have the vacuum chambers, the pressure tanks? I mean, if you don't have that, then if you're just starting out brand new and you want to do it right, then you're talking $400 to $500 plus all
the
the
material.
silicone and materials
How about
to
a
make a mold. That's what it.
yeah,
That's what it costs. I
You
mean,
can do
this
it.
is
I mean, it's possible to do it without the pressure tank and without the vacuum tank.
but
You
it won't get
can,
a
but
call.
the quality of your body's not going to be as good. You're going to have
yeah,
voids in it, and you're going to have to spend time finishing it
right.
out a lot more.
If you
So
just want to slosh, if you just want to slosh guy, but then you have to ask yourself, if you're molding a 124th body and you're using an existing model kit, what model kit is it? And is it something that everybody can get? Why are
right,
you molding it
Yeah.
when I can go to Hobby Lobby and buy it?
right, yeah.
Okay,
I would
unless
personally,
it's
I would
a
never cast
completely
124 scale.
yeah, right, exactly. I just got a thing from S&H Hobbies on Jimmy Flintstone and all his 124th
Yeah,
modified jalopies and castings and everything
yeah.
else. And it's like,
He's got a lot of
he
stuff.
right, but he custom makes. He's making extra windows. He's
Right.
doing something different. So why would I pay you $40-$50 for a 40 Ford sedan when I could go to Hobby Lobby with my coupon and get it for 20? Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. Hey,
bring something new to the table.
we have a new person that came on, Carl Sheps, like new to the channel. Welcome aboard, guy.
Oh, hey, welcome.
And
Uh,
Swift slots, you're right.
Yeah.
Pressurizing the resin makes it stronger as well
yes,
because it
it
forces
does.
all the air out of it. So
Right,
it's
right, right.
there's no honeycomb. It's solid. Like Harry, like you were showing me, we were talking about this a week or two ago about how
Oh,
how chunky the molds are after you uh, pour one that's been degassed. The damn it,
Absolutely.
the silicone is just denser. It's much more dense because there's no air in it.
yeah. Chris also wants to say I pay 150 pounds for a 5 kilogram tub of rubber, and it doesn't last forever. 3 years of 80 pulls. Then you got to
Right,
get mold. Costs. The resin is 100 pounds for 10 kilograms.
right.
It gets expensive.
So, um, this is just an example of one of my masters,
That's a beautiful master too.
and it's been
Perfect.
polished
That's perfect.
because it's broken, but I'll glue it back and make it again. But you can see how polished it has to be and slick it has to be because when you pour it and you make the mold, that's what you have to have. And it's not just the outside, but it's the inside too.
Yep.
You
Yeah,
can't have any. You
that's
can't
that's
have
why I
any
like using
pressure.
an unmodified model kit because it already comes nice and clean and shiny, and I don't have to, But like
Right.
your cars are all modified, Harry. You put the flares and you've got all
Yeah.
the air dams and things like that. So yeah, you got a lot of work there. That's way more work than I do.
Right. Yeah, yeah. So you have to make sure, like you said, everything here has to be sealed, right?
Yep.
So that's like I can tell you now. I'd say, and um, Swiss slots there. He could tell you that's that's 8 coats, 9 coats of clear and polished to get that. I mean, just to get that finish so that when you pour the resin in the mold, your mold and your resin pops out clean, you know, because that's what you got to have. And so, yeah, it's a labor of love. It really is. It's just, it's not for the money. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it really, it only pays for you, Carl, for your own personal benefit. Like seeing this car, or like Dave, um, you know, um, like Dave, to see that and to see it live, right? And to see it race. And to say, we're just doing this for the fun of it, man. You know,
That's it.
yeah. I mean, I mean, some people spend money on Taylor Swift albums, and some of them don't. You know,
Yeah, for sure.
so it's all about the fun. I mean, George has big screens for his lifetime room. That's what we. That's where the money goes. You know, yeah. One of Hot Rod Bodies.
And Swift Slot has his own channel. So Swift Slot, he's done the fly build cars, which are pretty cool. Pretty cool. I don't know if you've seen him, Harry. He's got where he rebuilt the
No,
Fly Capri. It's a real
no,
good
no,
video. He's
no.
got a three-parter on it. It's really nice.
He
What
did
he
a Fly Capri.
Yeah, it's really nice. He did a real good job on it too. I've seen all three parts of it. It's a good video. It's a three-part series he does.
What did the Joker say in the first Batman? How come no one told me he had one of those things? I want. He did Fly Capri.
Yeah, I think it's a Fly Capri. Yeah, it's like orange and black. Let me look at his channel. Hold on. Maybe he'll
Orange,
answer.
orange and black Fly Capri.
I think so. Hold on. Let me look. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me see. Go to channel.
I honestly didn't think anybody screwed with Fly besides myself and you guys.
No, he did. He did a good job on it too. Yeah, making a
Oh,
fly. It's
Swift
called.
slots. Is Swift slots? Are you the one that made the wheelbarrow?
Yeah. I believe. I believe so.
Oh shit!
He's also done the Legends car. Here, I'll share his video on it, Harry, so you can see it. The first video he did. Paste it right here. That one right there. That's a good video, guys. The three-part series. It was. So it was him. Yeah. So he did a nice job on that fly, Harry. Check it out. It's a pretty good job. What he did.
Yeah.
A lot of work to it. Yeah. He's got a good channel. He's just I think starting to get rolling on his channel.
Black Sabbath album for me. The Yeah. I mean, you know, you didn't know. Well, I guess he does. But you didn't know that the Fly Capri was a really big deal. Oh, what did you do there? Oh, wow, he's got a big. Oh, that's got the pod in there.
Yep.
Okay.
It's a good video. The
Yeah.
wheelbarrow's all brass that he did too. Good job, Swiss Slots, by the way. And I can tell you personally, you do like the
Oh,
videos. Anybody
okay.
hasn't seen his channel, subscribe. He's got 351 subscribers and a few videos, and he's actually he
No,
built
no,
his own
no.
routed wood track too. It's a one
Yeah,
lane wood
18
track.
millimeter here. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. Angle winder. Yeah.
Swift
Man,
slots. Are
that's
you on
slick.
Facebook?
Man, that's slicker than the politician there, brother. That's pretty nice. I like that. That's part 3. Oh, look at there with him doing the radius reinforce.
Yep. Did a lot of work on it.
Well, bully for your sore ass. Look at that. Way to go.
Yeah. Not too many people mess with those.
I just
Look at
subscribed
what
to.
they, oh, there's somebody else with an airbrush.
Yep. He did all his track.
See, that's a great thing about this hobby today compared to
Swift
long
16.
ago. It's so many people out there sharing and doing, and you know, I mean, it used to be just sharing a photo of a slot car online was this monumental task. First of
Right.
all, you had to have one of those fancy digital thin camera things.
Yep.
You guys want to have some fun? Google, um, what was it? Sony FD83. That was my first digital camera. I had a 3.5-inch floppy disk that you had to snap in the side of it, right?
I got it
And
right.
all my early articles will show you what a shit box that thing was, because it had all the distortion and the noise in it. But you know, that was, you have to understand, in 1998 that cost me $600. That was a lot of money.
Wow. They have it on
But
Amazon.
now, but now everybody shares everything. It's great for our hobby. Well, that's neat. I like that. Good job, man. Way
Swift
to
slots.
go.
Message me on Facebook. So let's talk.
Swift 16 is his name.
Yeah, I just looked. I just
Uh,
followed him right now.
you want to do something for your
Yeah,
channel and the brass chassis and the body?
absolutely.
I'm sure we'll hook you up for it. They also
Man,
that brass chassis of it. They do send to the UK if you want to get a chassis kit from
man.
Slot Corner.
That's
But
really cool, man.
those
See, like Dave and George said, nobody is the everybody has different methods,
yeah.
and just share them. You
Yep.
know, just share with other people what you're doing, how you do it, how you accomplish it. It doesn't matter. I can use tester's glue. You could use this glue. Just, there's no one perfect. You're wrong, I'm right, whatever way. Just share it, and that's great. That's awesome. You have no idea how many shitbox capris I have over here. Wow, that's just cool, man.
Swift Slots too. We should get you onto Raul's live stream too. Probably we
Yeah.
should. I don't know if we do that live stream every Monday. It'd be nice to get you on there because one of our guys picked out one of your videos. That's how we noticed you. Your channel was Danny Wiley from Dick's Lock Car Garage. He picked your video as the Capri one, the Fly Make a Fly Fly as video of the week for YouTube Person of the Week. What we do. So if you're talk with Dave and we'll get you in contact with Raul and maybe come on.
You see,
Look at all.
I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed to show, but you guys got to know how old this is, from the abyss.
Yep. The Jägermeister one there too. Looks like.
Oh,
Wow.
I used to. I swear to you, the last time I pulled this door, I was drinking whiskey and smoking cigarettes. Look at there. That,
Yeah,
I'll
look
bet
at
you.
that one is
I'll
a good one. The
I'll
Jaeger.
bet you he'll tell you. If anybody knows their history, they will know this is number one. This is the first Fly Capri.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Damn.
Very first. And it angered so many guys because it was front motor. It pissed them off. But there you go. And so I got a couple. Um, so you guys,
Yes, he is, Raul.
there was a what?
Raul's asking, is Harry still pulling out treasure? I said, yes, he is.
Oh Christ. Anyway, I'll stop. Okay.
No, keep going.
Last thing was, look at this, man. That's just old. Anyway, so the Lancia Beta Monte Carlo and the Capri. The Capri came out first. Lancia second. A lot of people were kind of disenchanted with the
Side.
fact that the Lancia Beta came in Sidewinder and that the Flycar came front motor. And I'll bet you Slot and the other guys can tell you that the reason why is because Fly being Fly. If the real one-to-one car, if that car came with the engine in the front,
Yeah.
that's where they put the motor. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So this car, if you look it up, the Lancia, rear engine, right? Same thing for the Fly car. But the Ford Capri had the engine in the front, and that's where the motor went. Same
And
thing with
remember,
the
they even on the Porsche 911s, they put the engine all the way to the back,
all the way to the back.
just like the real 911. The motor was all the way to the back of the car.
It was behind the rear axle.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm telling you, it was as efficient as a screen door in a submarine. But Fly did it, and they don't give a damn.
Nope. We still had them.
Right. So all these are all old pieces, the Marcos and stuff, But we made the front motors work, and but it was fun because of the Lancia. But that was Fly's thing, was they followed the prototype. So that's why the Vet had the engine in the front, and that's just the way they were.
Yep, and everybody belly.
Yeah, well, enough for tonight.
Yep, I hate to break up the party, boys, but I gotta go cook dinner.
Alrighty then, guys.
Yeah, I got to go do. Michael Squire said something about pizza. I'm going to go get a DiGiorno. That's all I can afford. Too many slot car parts, man.
Okay. Well, call it then. All right, guys. Thanks for joining.
All right, brother.
All right. That was fun.
Yes,
All right,
it was totally great
was
great
here.
live stream tonight, fellers.
All right.
All right, guys. See you later.
See ya.
Hi, boys.
Night, night.
They get so hot chicks 'cause they think
All right, guys. Thank you very much for joining. Appreciate it. Thanks everybody who came by. Bliss Slop, thanks for showing up, man. Appreciate that. Cool, dude.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yep. All right, you guys have a good one. Have fun racing as always. Take care.